Welcome back to the Good Guys Podcast, Matzoh Morons. I'm sitting here with Joey Chestnut's replacement for the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, Ben Soffer.
Thank you very much. I have been prepping for this my entire life. Started off with 1 hot dog a day, then 2 hot dogs a day, then 3 hot dogs a day.
How many do you think you could eat?
I think I could have 3 hot dogs. The truth is, hot dogs are really, really hard for me to eat in bulk. Like, I watch him and I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? And to watch them then dunk the bread in the water is so fucking disgusting. Like, there actually is nothing nastier than a hot dog eating contest. Like, I could eat so much volume of so many foods. Hot dogs, not one of them. Did you see, by the way, we spoke about this on a past episode, that he's out on the hot dog eating contest with Nathan's, but he just signed a deal to do a hot dog eating contest on Netflix.
I know. It's so effed. It's so effed.
That's disgusting. I'm sorry. Yeah, like, be appreciative of your roots. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, Joey. They might feed you a bad one.
Competitive eating is such a perfect way to ruin eating for yourself. And yeah. I get such hard body karate, like gastritis now, like agita. I don't even want to get near overeating. Like, I can't do it anymore. It's just bad for my overall body.
I'm jealous because I can certainly get near overeating and it's terrible.
Oh, I do it.
It's terrible. You just like, you're there and then you eat more and you're like, why did I just eat more? But because I already ate more, I'm going to eat more. And then all of a sudden you're comatose. You sleep like shit. It's a terrible cycle. What could you eat the most of, Josh?
We talked about this kettle corn.
Oh, yeah. Oh no. I take it back. Damn dementia.
And you said deli.
I said I could eat the most deli?
I think you said like pastrami or something.
No way. It's no way.
Am I misremembering?
Yeah. By the way, you sure we spoke about this? It's fine. I'm sure we did. But my answer definitely wasn't deli. And if I could answer it again, I'd say that I could eat the most candy. That's what I said last time. Candy.
You said candy.
Candy.
Did I just commit a hate crime? Was I just inadvertently racist?
Yeah, I think you would enter a gefilte eating contest if I remember correctly.
You said challah.
Oh, you like a lot of gelt, don't you?
My son once, I forget what I think he was eating like something incredibly salty at dinner, or maybe he was just crushing pizza. I think we were having a movie night, and so he ate like a bunch of popcorn right before bed. And he walked into our room, my wife and I, at like 2 a.m, and he was like, thirsty. Oh. And I was like, this is a preview of your future, my boy. Like, you are going to be overeating and get those like midnight, like crazy thirsty, but you're sweating. This is life. Welcome.
This is life. Speaking quickly of anti-Semitism and food, brother's bachelor party or brother-in-law's bachelor party, probably 5 or 6 years ago, rented a beautiful house, Bahamas. There's a chef. He asks us, he's like, what do you guys want? Like, I make an amazing matzo ball soup. and we're like, are you okay, Tim? Like, we're in the Bahamas. Like, we understand that you're reading some Jewish names, but I don't need, you have matzo meal in the Bahamas just in case you run into a couple of Jews. Like, give us the fish, give us your local cuisine.
That's so funny. Like, you take like a sundown sailboat ride, and you're eating on the bow of the boat, being served kugel.
It was so serious too. He's like, what do you guys want? Yeah, I make an amazing matzo ball soup. We're like, it's 95 degrees and we're in Nassau. Like, what do you want from me? What do you want?
Let's all say what we think like the perfect beachy vacation, like summer meal is. You're eating outside on the beach. The sun is setting. There's some sort of drum being played in the background. What I'll start. I think always chips and guac with fresh chips. I'm thinking a crudité plate. I'm talking jicama. I'm talking fresh carrots, even some radish. I love a radish. And a nice fish crudo. You guys add. Now discuss.
That's delicious. Absolutely delicious. May I add a freezing cold watermelon with crumbled feta? Just so unbelievably delicious. Out of this world. May I also add a nice cold corn dish? Maybe it is a street corn, something to that nature, but I love a cold corn.
And may I add to that, to Josh's chips and guac, I present nachos for a beach day. But you have to make sure that your hand is dry, because you know when you're like in the hot tub and you're trying to like go into the bag of tortilla chips and your hand's wet, you have to make sure it's dry so you're not getting soggy tortilla chips into your mouth.
So true.
Yes, and also like it can't be a heavy nacho. Like
Light
it can't
nacho.
a light nacho.
nacho.
It can't be like a ground beef, cheese, jalapeno, chilies type of situation by the pool. I can't do that.
You know, speaking of chips and hot tubs and tropical locations, I remember being at my best friend Len's wedding, and one of his friends was there, and he's just the kind of guy who he just is not afraid to say what's on his mind. He's chippy. But he's like this naturally lean kind of 6'2" guy. And he loves going to the gym and he loves putting up weight, but he just can't get that thickness that's something like you, Ben, and I, something that comes to us in our sleep, you know, resting thickness. That just grossed me out the way I said that. So I'll never forget, there is literally a guy who is one of the most famous strongmen on earth, like 6'6", 320, all muscle. And he's sitting in the hot tub. And this guy, our buddy, gets in the hot tub, 6'1", 175, soaking wet, walks up to the strong man, puts his hand out and goes, "Just want to say what's up to a fellow beast." Len and I are dying. We're like, we literally like excused ourselves out of the hot tub because we were like, this strong man is going to end our buddy.
Oh my God. I know I've already made this joke before, but I have so much fun with my best friend Bosch. He is like the best. He's the best. No,
Len and Ben, Josh and Bosch.
Hot tubs, no good. You can't, they're so unsanitary, first of all, right? They're disgusting. We've discussed this before, but they're just filled with fecal matter. I love the thumbs up on Zoom. Did you see that on your end too?
Of course.
Love it. And also the public hot tub, like at a resort, for example, terrible. I hate being in a hot tub with other people. I barely like being in a hot tub with my own wife. I'd prefer to be in a hot tub by myself, more of a soaking situation.
This probably is too intimate of a question, boys, but I'm going to ask it. A bath, just a bath with your spouse, with your partner. Is it hot or not?
It's hot if you have a bathtub that can fit humans.
Marshall?
It's not if you don't.
There's something about there being no bubbles. I kind of like the bubbles being slightly insecure in a hot tub that like cover your body. And something about just like kind of stale water with someone else doesn't sound hot to me. But maybe it was big enough and there was jets, like a bougie one, but I think I'm just thinking of a hot tub.
Of an apartment bathtub.
Yeah.
Oh, right next to the grout.
Josh, you?
No, it's not. It's good in theory, but it's not. It's hot when it's on a movie set and you have prop people perfectly placing bubbles around people's, bits. But in practice, it's just like, what are we doing? What are we sitting in our filth?
A shower's nice though. A shower with a loved one.
Mm-hmm. A shower with someone. Again, I think you need a big shower.
You do. Or you need to be a small man.
What? Well, oh, by the way, we got in a vicious debate on the last podcast where Ben and I were debating my height, and I still haven't recovered. And he was like, you and your wife are the same height, right? Like 5'9". And I was like, first of all, how dare you?
You almost called me pal. I almost walked off. You know how close I was to walking off?
I was like, first of all, how dare you? And secondly, I just want to show you this picture that we just took with our beautiful Max. Here, wait, look at this. Look at it. Look
Wow.
how much taller I am than Paige. I'm
Wow.
like a head taller than her.
No, in the camera.
I can see. No, I can see. No, you look much taller than her. Now, all that I will say is that in that photo, we cannot see your feet. So I'm unsure if she's standing in a hole or not.
How dare you? Hey, did you hear that recently Flavor Flav officially teams up with Red Lobster after attempting to save the bankrupt chain on social media? Did you see this?
No, please tell me. But by the way, I have run into Flava Flav before, and he wears the clock everywhere.
And he's not a disappointment, right? He always lives up.
No, he was the best. I ran into him in a hotel. Huge clock the size of his whole body. Just like chilling, nice guy. Hi, Flava. Hi, Ben. It was great.
Wow. I remember I talked to him once and we were chatting for a while, and the only thing he said the entire time was, oh, wow. Wow. And I was like, okay, move on. Okay. Flavor Flav is taking the Red Lobster fan status to a whole new level. On June 10th, the seafood chain unveiled a partnership with the hip-hop legend. The unlikely duo announced that Red Lobster's Crab Fest is officially back. So I guess after the chain filed for bankruptcy in May, Flavor Flav revealed on X that he had visited a Red Lobster location and in an effort to keep the biscuits around, made a huge purchase. He ordered the whole menu, he said at the time. And now he's working with them, which I guess they have enough money for social media, but not to pay their debts.
I don't quite understand bankruptcy law. Josh, do you? When these companies file for bankruptcy, it seems to just give them a new lease on life, and then they can go back. Everyone's like, oh no, they're closing their doors. It's like, actually, oh no, they're restructuring. And the
That's
customer will never know any different, right? Like Red Lobster doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Perhaps it changed ownership because the last people lost all their money, and now the new people are coming in and infusing new money. I don't know the deal, but it sounds more something like that.
It definitely sounds like a way in which for people to get around having to pay off all their debts. But there's also, there's chapter 11 and then there's chapter 7, right?
Yes.
And one is where chapter 13.
That's right.
No, 11 and 7. By the way, craps.
Interesting.
I wonder if there's anything to do with that.
And 7-Eleven, probably my favorite quick to go place. So each one between 11, 7, it's all basically, I guess there's chapter 13. There's no 7. Is there a 7?
No, there's 7.
7 is liquidation, according to ChatGPT.
Okay, so
oh
7,
no, the AI, we're all screwed.
But yeah, I think there are ways in which for it to be strategic where you don't have to pay off your loans, but you can get an influx of capital, which apparently, it's a restructure. They're restructuring the lobster.
Restructuring. So Flava Flav goes in, $1,000 bill. They see this. They want to work with Flava.
It's brilliant.
And now Flava is here to build lobster back to its glory days. I'm in.
We need to get ahead of this, Ben.
I just want to know, Red Lobster, how can we help? How can we help you? Should we put a matzo ball soup on the Red Lobster menu?
It'd be disingenuous. You don't eat trife.
Who needs it?
You don't eat shellfish. It's in the title.
So we'll have an off menu, just like I don't know.
Disingenuous. The Orthodox Jews of America.
We're here to save the lobster.
I've partnered with Red Lobster and Pigs Barbecue.
Me partnering with Red Lobster would be so funny.
That just doesn't track the Muslim Brotherhood of bacon.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't track. That said, great establishment. I'm sure they have a wonderful regular fish fillet, maybe a halibut, maybe a flounder, right? I'm sure they have great seafood that's not just the traditional shellfish.
Sure.
So I'm here to save the lobster. I'm here, whatever they need from me, I'm there. I'm there. Save the lobster.
It is a fun time.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Trade Coffee. Trade Coffee is a specialty coffee marketplace that matches customers with the best coffees from local roasters across the country. You take a short quiz to share your preferences, and Trade matches you to personalized recommendations based on what you like. It's a great way to experience small batch specialty coffees and support small businesses while keeping convenience front and center. The coffee is roasted to order and ships to you within 48 hours. Folks, Trade, unbelievable. And with Trade, you'll discover the best coffee, hot or iced, dark roasts to decaf, or espressos to cold brew. Trade also makes a great gift. You can't go wrong with better coffee. And folks, I went on drinktrade.com. I've been getting their cold brew on tap from Parlor Coffee. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Delivered to my door. Tastes great. I can have it the second I wake up. Start drinking my coffee. I don't have to go out to, one of those coffee shops. I prefer to have it nice, on tap, in my fridge, pour it into my nice big glass, give it a nice swig, and be on with my day. So folks, give Trade a try and see how you can make better coffee at home. Right now, they're offering 30% off your first order when you visit drinktrade.com/goodguys and subscribe. That's drinktrade.com/goodguys for 30% off your subscription order. drinktrade.com/goodguys. And folks, start getting delicious coffee delivered right to your door based on what you love. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Dentec. Dentec is the brand to empower everyone to take charge of their oral care health, going beyond the basics to provide a broad array of innovative products ranging from floss picks and tongue cleaners for your everyday care to more specialized products for pain, care, repair, and protection with dental guards for nighttime grinding. Dentec is the leader, #1 brand in dental guards for nighttime teeth grinding and offers a variety of dental guards to meet needs, ranging from customizable guards for a personalized and secure comfort fit to convenient, no fitting needed, ready-to-wear guards. Healthy gums are just as important as healthy teeth for a comprehensive dental hygiene routine. And the new and first of its kind Gum Health Advanced Cleaning Kit is exclusively designed to deep clean plaque from the gum line and massage for stronger, healthier feeling gums in just 10 days. The kit includes exclusively formulated cleansing gel, an applicator with 30 disposable micro bristle precision applicator tips, and a double-sided cleaning tool with a plaque scaler and a gum massaging tip. The Oral Brush Tongue Cleaner freshens breath with its unique dual action. Its 103 ultra-soft, micro-pointed bristles reach deep into the uneven crevices of your tongue to loosen and lift bacteria while the scraper collects and removes it. How cool is that? So, folks, head to Dentec.com to find your local retailer and shop all of Dentec's products. That's Dentec, DENTEK.com, sold at Target, Walgreens, Amazon, and Walmart.
What else you got, Ben? What else is going on? Are you have we pulled the trigger on possibly getting a house out on the island?
Yes,
for the summer?
We have. I will be out east this summer. I will be honestly living my culinary dreams, Josh. I'm going to be going to farmers markets.
Wow.
I'm going to be living like Ina Garten, popping in, getting a nice in-season heirloom tomato, a cucumber that I'm picking off the vine, some wonderful herbs, and milk that was made by somebody grabbing the teat and doing it fresh. And that's what the Hamptons is to me. Popping out, shopping local, going home, being upset about the bill, but knowing that the meal that you're about to eat is all worth it. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing this summer. I'm going to be playing a lot of golf. We're going to be doing a lot of podcasting. We're setting up a beautiful remote studio in the house, so Claudia and Jackie can do the toast. I can do Good Guys with you. They can pay for the studio build. We get it for free. It's a win-win.
Great.
Win-win. Win-win.
And what does it look like Are there going to be any kind of, because you're such a city boy and apartment kid, in that month, what if there are some house things you need to do? Are you going to be ready?
I'm staying in a house with my brothers-in-law who are homeowners, so we will be good to go there. That said, I don't know if I've ever told this story on the podcast, but when we rented a house most recently in Utah, did I tell the fire alarm story?
No.
Okay. There's not much of a story except for the fact that at 4 o'clock in the morning, the most horrendous, this is not New York City fire alarms. What I'm used to is a smoke alarm, right? Sure. I'm used to just an annoying beep. It's not good, but you yank it out of the wall, you pull out the battery, you hope that it's all good, but it's solvable. I didn't know that homes, or at least this particular home, had a blaring, I've never ever heard an alarm like this in my life. Ear piercing. At 4 o'clock in the morning, the fire department came, had to shut it off. It was just like some malfunction. But I don't know if you have that in your house, Josh, this piercing sound. But that's one fear of being in a home. Other than that, I love being in a house. I'm going to have a grill, Josh. I'm going to be able to grill my beautiful meats. I'm going to have a pool. I'm going to get a glorious tan. I have a hot tub where I'm going to be able to soak these big tree trunks after a long day. And I even have a tennis court where I'm going to be practicing my forehand.
Oh my God. How much is this for the month? This is
Nothing.
100K.
Nothing. It's free. No, it's a lot. It's a lot. But look, we gotta have a nice time.
It's so funny you say that because I remember in New York, we always had a terrace and my mother, we're getting a barbecue. I'm going to feel like I have a little bit of outdoors in the city.
I am your mom. Every single day I beg Claudia to put a George Foreman on my terrace.
A George Foreman, this was a charcoal grill that we had in a New York apartment building. Our poor neighbors getting wafted smoke of chicken apple sausages.
I was going to ask, what is Barb cooking on that grill?
I can't even imagine. We'll do dogs and chicken apple sausage and burgers. I'm like, Mom, your cholesterol is 375 and I'm morbidly obese at 7. I see no correlation.
Josh, this is your personal poo-poo platter.
I mean, I don't understand why the doctor wants to put you on statins at 11. Now let's go for wings. I mean, growing up. Sorry, Ben.
No, go.
Growing up, we would eat, we ate a lot of salads, right? But, there was only one dressing, and that was blue cheese.
By the way, that's the number one dressing. Number one. Oh, yeah. A thick, blue cheese, crumbly, delicious dressing on a nice Cobb salad. Your mom knew what she was doing.
But it's so calorie dense.
Who cares? Who cares?
My cardiologist.
Nah, you're good. You're good. She's good. We're good. Blue cheese dressing is fantastic.
My mom just had so many. I'm trying to think of some dietary red flags growing up. That my mom was an original keto head, right? So she would do the Atkins diet, which was before keto, but same thing. So a regular meal for her, Mom's gonna hate me. Sorry, Mom.
She's gonna hate the next segment too, which is gonna be crash diets our parents went on. But continue.
Right, you're not gonna hate that condo you live in. So she would eat chicharron. So what's it called? Pork rinds. She would eat pork rinds with melted cheese on them. And Marshall, as someone half Mexican, just said, "Oh my God."
He said, "Ay, Dios mío."
I mean, And she'd go, I can't have bread, but the pork rinds give me texture. I would say, Mom, the microwave is melting. That's bad, dude.
It's bad. It's bad. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, crash diet. Crash diets. Your mom ever try OptiFast? Have you heard of that one?
No, say more.
My dad, I think, was on these shakes for like 18 months.
It was scientific. Was it through like a university? A doctor?
It was through a doctor. He only had chocolate shakes out of a pint, out of like a quart container every night. It's a scoop of chocolate powder, water, shake it. Shake it.
Bruce is making his shake.
Drink it through a straw. He had it for 18 months. That's all he ate.
Oh, it's so fucked up. Diets are fucked up.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's all he ate. And then that, of course, got passed to me. So when I needed to lose some weight, combat the Russian dressing on the macaroni salad, the recommendation was Slim Fast to replace a meal with a nice Slim Fast shake, which just never worked for me. Never worked. But OptiFast is ingrained in my brain with the shaking of that quart container. I'll never forget it.
Marshall, any diets in your past?
Well, I guess I'm currently on one, but none in the past. After school in 6th grade, every single day, I'd eat an entire box of Cheez-Its.
Wow. Delicious.
And it was the Tabasco ones, if you've ever had those.
Yeah.
So good. So that was like a diet in itself.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, sure. Yeah. Cheez-It diet. Sounds good to me.
God,
what was your mom? Your mom didn't have like a particular crash diet. Oh, I guess Atkins, you said. But like Atkins is like a classic. Keto's a classic. Like they're like these off the beaten path, random ones that were never going to work for anyone. There's something.
My mom did the cabbage soup diet. Oh, we went to Duke University for a summer because all she was allowed to eat was rice. The rice diet.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Helix Sleep, folks. Helix Sleep, we absolutely love their mattresses here at the Good Guys. We love them so much that I recommended them to my sweet parents. My sweet parents were in need of a new mattress. I don't know about you guys. My parents just didn't want a new bed. There's something about their old bed, even though they weren't getting a good night's sleep, that they just didn't want to change. They were stubborn. I turned them onto Helix, and it absolutely changed their life. You know why it changed their life? Because you get a personalized bed, folks. You get to understand what mattress is right for you by taking their sleep quiz. You go onto their website, take their quiz, the Helix Sleep Quiz, and find your perfect mattress in under 2 minutes. They did that. I did that. We all have Helix, and we absolutely love Helix mattresses because, again, the bed is made for us. It's to us based on this sleep quiz. And Helix knows there's no better way to test out a new mattress than by sleeping on it in your own home. That's why they offer a 100-night trial and a 10 to 15-year warranty to try out your new Helix mattress. So there's really nothing to lose. Everybody is unique. My parents are. And everyone sleeps differently. That's why Helix has several different mattress models to choose from, with each designed for specific sleep positions and feel preferences. Folks, I don't know if you need to hear anything more, but Helix is offering up to 30% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. That's 30% off to be able to sleep on the same mattress as me and the same mattress as my parents. Not the exact same, you get your own, but you get what I'm saying. And 2 free pillows for our listeners. So go to helixsleep.com/goodguys. That's helixsleep.com/goodguys. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Caraway. As you know, I am a celebrity chef, folks. That's right. I'm going into the kitchen using my Caraway products and making all of the delicious recipes that you see on my Instagram. Recently, I made fajitas for my beautiful wife. Used caraway. Not only did I use the caraway pans, but I used the caraway spatula. They are just fantastic. They also look so pretty. You know how important aesthetics are in the kitchen, folks? Aesthetics are everything. But it's not all about aesthetics with caraway. They also just have a fantastic product. They're non-toxic. Caraway products are made without any toxic materials like PFAS, PTFE, PFOA, or other hard-to-pronounce chemicals. I didn't know how to pronounce those. It's easy cooking, folks, because it's ceramic. Ceramic's naturally silk surface means minimal oil or butter for side-off-the-pan eggs and easy cleaning, or side-off-the-pan fajitas. Those onions and peppers, they cooked up fantastic. And caraway is well-loved. It's not just me, right? Over 65,000 people have rated 5 stars about their caraway kitchen. Now it's time to try it for yourself. And with so many collections to explore, there's sure to be a caraway for every kind of cook. And just as a reminder, their internet famous cookware set comes with the saute pan, fry pan, Dutch oven, and saucepan, plus lids for all of them, a canvas lid holder, and magnetic pan racks for storage. It's the ultimate kitchen setup and will save you $150 versus buying the items individually. Plus, if you visit carawayhome.com/guys10, you can take an additional 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners. So visit carawayhome.com/guys10 or use code guys10 at checkout. That's GUYS10 guys10 at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. The rice diet at Duke. Oh, that's good.
At Duke, yeah, she goes, we went down to Durham. we went down to North Carolina. It was a gorgeous drive. I never would have thought I got sick of rice. You never would have thought, Ma, that eating rice every day for 45 days with scientists studying you, that you'd get sick of what you were eating?
That sounds incredibly constipating. Like that's no good, the rice diet. No good.
I'm gonna butcher this, so forgive me, but do you know the great magic group Penn and Teller, the great team Penn and Teller?
No.
You never heard of Penn and Teller?
I don't think so.
Marshall?
Yeah, I've definitely heard of them. I didn't know who they were though. Just heard the name.
Touche. Anyway, so Penn and Teller are these brilliant genius magicians, and Penn is like this 6'4" plus guy who was easily 300 pounds, and he lost over 100 pounds, and he talked about how he did it. Is that he went on this version of, and I'm going to butcher this, of kind of an elimination diet where for 2 weeks straight, all he ate was baked potatoes, I believe. Either baked or boiled, but just potatoes. And then he said that second week, he sort of lost the taste for everything else. And he just lost a tremendous amount of weight because potatoes themselves actually can be pretty neutral foods. It's when we fry them and throw sour cream and bacon bits and all the things on them that they get pretty unhealthy. And then slowly but surely he introduced more things in, and that was sort of how he was able to lose a lot of weight. And those are interesting, where you kind of go down to one thing to see what messes with you and what doesn't.
It's interesting because it's psychological. I bet you even if you did that with pizza, I bet you would lose weight because eventually you would get sick of pizza and you'd want to eat less pizza. So yeah, you can only eat pizza. Day 1, amazing. You're going to have 9 slices. Day 2, you're slowly sick of pizza. And by the end of it, I'm sure you're having maybe a slice a meal, tops, because you're sick of the pizza. So I love that. I also know the elimination diet when you're trying to figure out if you're allergic to something.
Right.
So you remove things and you see if you feel better. I once cut dairy out of my diet 2 weeks. Oh, I felt amazing. I love cheese too much, but it's not the stomach. Everybody's worried about lactose and all this crap for the stomach. It's like your head. It's your sinuses. It's your mucus. There's something about dairy that just makes your sinuses a little bit heavier. And I don't know if it's all cheeses. I don't want big cheese coming for me. I think that maybe the fetas and stuff are okay. But these milky, these thick mozzarellas, these bries, these processed American cheese, I know they affect the sinus.
They sure do, Ben.
You're like, sure.
No, I agree. Look, we have a vegan here. I'm married to a vegan. They're not consuming much dairy. Did you hear that New Yorkers are armoring and bulletproofing Range Rovers, Mercedes G-Classes, and Lambos to drive to the Hamptons?
I did.
I'm assuming.
Yes, I did that. I did.
Obviously, it gives people peace of mind by fortifying their homes, helicopters, super yachts, and Range Rovers. But my question is, like, what if you just want to get, like, your Prius bulletproof? Do you feel not cool?
You should feel cool. The reason you're doing it is so that you don't get shot. So I think you should feel cool. But that does bode the question: do you really? Yeah, who's getting bulletproof windows in a $30,000 car? The thing is, the bulletproof windows probably cost $30,000. That's
but is
the
that
problem.
thug life to like have like a bulletproof Subaru? I say so.
It is. Yes.
Could you imagine like Kendrick's new song against Drake? Like my bulletproof Subaru. That's ill.
It is. It is for sure. Tinted windows in the Sub. You never know.
Tinted windows in the Sub. Love it.
You never know.
Well, there's another story recently that groom is upset because his sister doesn't want to attend his clothing-free naturist wedding. I'm not comfortable being nude in front of a large group of strangers, either at the wedding or in the resort, period. The sister of a soon-to-be groom is turning to the internet for advice after she said she turned down her brother's invitation to his clothing-free wedding. My philosophy is that I don't care what others do as long as someone isn't hurting or infringing on my rights or the rights of others. Whatever consenting adults do in their private lives is none of my business. However, I do take issue with them being angry that I won't attend their wedding.
There are nudist weddings?
Guess so.
You are inviting your sister, your mom, your dad, and your grandmother and grandfather to a nudist wedding?
Yeah,
this is disgusting.
It's gross. Sure.
It's disgusting.
It's gross.
If you're gonna have a nudist wedding, it should be amongst peers only. And then it ends in an orgy. You have your 10 favorite people in the world, and then you all just fuck each other. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense.
God, it's the way Ben says it, Marshall. I don't know if you get skeeved the way I do. Now let's get on with the fucking. Ben in the wedding. Mazel tov. Now let's fuck.
You have that party planner with the headset running around. Oh, all right. Everybody get ready. Anybody need an oyster?
Oh my, aphrodisiac.
Yeah. Does Max go to camp, Josh?
Max?
Will he go to camp? Does he do a little day camp or not yet?
Yeah, he does a day camp through his school, actually.
Yes.
So it's great because it doesn't change for him.
I've heard this. So Jackie and Olivia also, their children, the school just transforms into camp. I'm like, do they go to camp? They're like, yeah, but it's just the school. So I'm like, so the school just gets to charge a little more money and call it camp, but it's still school.
They charge the same, but they do a water day. They do treats. They do like frozen popsicles Friday. I think it's just like a little less worried about learning and a lot more playing.
And a lot more fun. That's good. And when does will Max go? Do you think he'll go to a sleepaway camp? Is he a camp guy? You see that for him?
Sleepaway camps, for the most part, in my experience, is more of an East Coast thing. Like,
understood.
West Coast kids do it, kids from other parts of the U.S., but I think it's more of like a cultural institution on the East Coast. So the question is, if he gets to a certain age and he wants to go to sleepaway camp, I will not allow it. No, I'll miss him too much.
Yes, but okay, fine. He'll be going to basketball camp in no time because that guy is a smooth jumper.
Thank you, babe. I mean, I try to. It's fun because he will go to camp for 1 month in July at his preschool, which he's gone to for 2.5 years. And then he'll go to 2 weeks of a beach sports camp because we live by the beach. It's super fun. And then he starts kindergarten. And
wow.
It's all happening way too quick for me, Ben.
Wow. Yeah, no, this
is real.
He's in the through 12. Yeah. He's in the K of the through 12. This is crazy. And this is crazy. Wow.
And today was at his performance for his preschool, his first and only preschool performance where they prepared 6 songs. And as my son would say, Dad, I have a speaking part. He left out. They all have speaking parts. Not so special. Not so big. But he crushed it. And dude, we show up at the school. I'm sitting there and the kids come out and I turn into a puddle. I'm immediately crying.
Wow. So special. What was this performance of?
It was just like, because all the kids are moving on to kindergarten. So it was like they sang some Cyndi Lauper songs.
Did they sing that song As We Go On? We remember
Vitamin C.
all the times we had together. Imagine just 4-year-olds.
Max is beatboxing.
Or Green Day, Time of Your Life.
I hope you had the time of your life.
Fantastic. What else did they sing?
They sang, I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know. There was a lot of American Sign Language, which I appreciated. And overall, it was a good time. And I would say the only thing that was missing were snacks.
They served no food?
Ben, I love it. No food.
Nothing?
They were right.
Not even like, it's so easy. Just get a Costco crudité platter. Nothing?
Well, I think the thought was, because it's during the school day, is like you get there at 11, you visit with them for 20 minutes after, and then it's like kids go to lunch, parents go home.
This is no good.
Don't sit around.
This is no good. At every single function, you need coffee, water and juice. And if you're opting for maybe pastries, you go the scones, muffins route. If you're opting healthier, you either go the fruit or the crudité. It's simple. It's easy. Under $100. Max isn't going to some random school. He's probably going somewhere nice and fancy schmancy, and they should be giving you coffee.
What do you think? Because, when I got sober 16 years ago, I went to a lot of late night meetings. I still go to like an 8 o'clock meeting here and there, but I would go to an 8 p.m. meeting, a 10 o'clock meeting, sometimes midnight. Now, the famous thing of an AA meeting, they would have coffee and donuts or just coffee. And people would be putting it away. And even after my years of running around Hollywood like a real cliche, I would look at these people and I go, coffee at 9 at night? You're nuts.
They should be giving sleepy time tea.
Maybe if you had a chamomile, you'd keep that needle out of your arm. No, Could you drink coffee late at night?
I can't drink coffee at 9 o'clock and go to bed at 10. No. I could have coffee, though, at 6 and go to bed at 10. Like, my caffeine threshold, I think it goes later than most people. Like, some people are like, if I have a cup of coffee after 11, I'm never going to sleep. And it's like, right. Caffeine doesn't last like that for me at all. At all. I can also fall asleep. I know I'm going to jinx myself and I'm literally never going to sleep again. But I get into bed and I can fall asleep.
Right.
Easily. I'm a good sleeper. Now, I was going to ask you, I've been waking up a lot lately in the middle of the night, like clockwork.
Are you taking your magnesium, bubby?
No, I'm not. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm deficient in it. That must be what it is. I'm waking up every single night, 3 o'clock in the morning, but then I go right back to sleep, but I'm up. And then again at 6.
Huh.
Weird, right?
I think sometimes sometimes our sleep gets disrupted for a couple of days or even a week or two. Our pattern of sleep. And I think like the whole key to it is to not overreact and just say, okay, have you heard about this that like famous inventors like Thomas Edison or just like famous smart people throughout history had weird sleep schedules?
No, I have not heard this, but I relate to them. I'm waking up every day at 3 o'clock in the morning. I am Edison.
Yeah, like Thomas Edison used to not. I had heard something to the effect of he would fall asleep with a ball bearing in his hand at his workbench, so that when he would relax too much, the ball bearing would fall down and it would wake him up because he hated sleep. He just wanted to work.
Wow.
But then there were other people, like maybe Da Vinci, who would like sleep for 3 hours and work for 4 or 5 hours and sleep for 2, like just worked for them. And I find that when I put my son to bed at 7:30 at night, I am so exhausted that I will fall asleep in his room, and then around midnight, I'll wake up and I'll putter. And I'm wide awake. I've just had a 4-hour nap. I'm wide awake. And I'll putter. I won't like be angry. I'll go, I'll be like, okay, so for the next 2 hours, I'll read, I'll do some work, I'll watch something, I'll do something around the house. And then around 2, I go down and I fall asleep by, till 6 or whenever they wake up for the day. And I'm like, I didn't hate that.
You got a solid amount of sleep.
A little putter.
Yeah, it was fine. It was fine. It was no problem. I need sleep, though. I need it. I crave it. I love it. And I can tell you, thinking about it, I can't tell you the last time I slept through the night.
You poor thing.
What's wrong with me? Do I have a problem?
I have a solution. How about a speak pipe? Because I know we got to go soon.
Okay, yeah, let's speak her up.
Speaker-oony. From a little someone called Ashley. Ashley. Oh, shit. Okay, here we go.
Hi, Josh and Ben. This is Ashley and my 1-year-old son, Trey, both huge morons. First, when are we going to drop some baby moron merch? I would just love a onesie that says I'm a moron and nothing else, just that.
If you'll buy it, we'll make it.
When you're walking in the street and there's someone going slower in front of you and there's no real other path around, what do you say? I live in an older community down in Florida, like all communities down here, and people look at me so rude when I say on your left, like I would if I were on a bike. I'm sure you encounter this many times living in the city. What do you say? What do you say so that people don't think you're rude? Thanks.
I certainly don't run down with my stroller screaming, on your left!
Ashley, you can't do this. On your left! On your right! You can't do that.
No, it's nuts. It's nuts. Ashley, you're crazy. This is not a way to live. This is not a way to live. You can't do it. People are going to think you're a jerk. Like,
totally.
You can't do that. I'm sorry. If you need them to move, say, excuse me. Not right. On your left.
Move over, you old bat. Okay, this next speak pipe is from Robin.
Hi, Josh and Ben. Robin here from Toronto and huge moron. I'll keep it short and sweet because I know you guys don't like a lot of bullshit. If you could live in another country and only eat the local cuisine for the rest of your life, where would you live and what would you eat? Also, 2 other things. You're absolutely right. Eggs are only tolerable, smothered in hollandaise sauce. And also, you have it wrong. In Canada, Ozempic is only $250 a month, even if you're not covered by insurance.
Shit.
Have a great day, you guys. Love you.
You're getting
I'm being
swindled.
upcharged. I'm being upcharged. Holy crap. Holy crap. The Canadian Ozempic is just some guy in his garage that bought it for $250 and is charging me $450.
They should call it Azembic.
Yeah.
Canada, eh? Oh, you got Ozempic? We got Azempic. Sorry, it's a terrible joke. I would live in Canada because that's the ultimate hack because it's the same food in America, just better.
interesting. I would live in Israel. The food is a freaking plus. Or I'd live in Japan because just give me all the damn sushi. Give me all the sushi. Give me that fresh fish, that great knife work. That nobody has the sleight of hand like a Japanese man. Long knife. I have told you about my favorite place to get smoked fish in the city. It's called Sable's. Don't blow it up. Don't. Literally or figuratively.
Well known.
Literally or figuratively. Don't blow it up. You go there and you're expecting like a nice, I don't know why I'm picturing like an older Jewish gentleman, bagels, lox, nice Japanese man, long knife, thin, beautiful pieces of fish. Japan.
Love that. What about you, Marshall?
I was going to say the same thing as Ben.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at
Japan.
Ramen, shabu. It's like the best food ever.
Ooh, what's shabu?
Oh, like Japanese hot pot?
Wow.
It's like the boiling broth and the really thin pieces of meat or veggies for Marshall, and you dip it in and it cooks it in like 30 seconds. And it's so good.
And it's so fun, too. Yeah.
Ooh, love a shabu. Love
Shamu. Should we get to our what are you nuts?
Please. I'll go first because it has to do with ordering in. I order sushi, right, Josh? The process for ordering sushi. Perhaps you hop on an Uber Eats, a Grubhub, however you do it. You're going through the menu. You're looking for that perfect bite, right? Maybe you're throwing in a spicy tuna roll. Maybe you're throwing in a yellowtail jalapeno roll. Maybe you're throwing in a salmon avocado roll. Adding a spicy mayonnaise at the end. Gets delivered, right? Takes 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Shows up at your door. You're incredibly excited. Open it up. And Josh, what are you missing?
Chopsticks.
What are you, nuts? You can't be an establishment that offers chopsticks and forget to put them in the to-go bag. Because I don't have chopsticks at home, and I'm not eating my sushi with a fork. I'm not. It ruins the entire experience. It's one thing if you're a diner and you forget to throw in the fork, knife, spoon, napkin, little combo. It's one thing because I have cutlery at home. I have it. It's still inconvenient, but I have it. But a Chinese restaurant, Japanese, Thai, anybody that uses the chopstick, not putting a chopstick in, nuts.
That's nuts. My what are you nuts moment of the week is, and I swear to you, it's something good. I just want to make sure it's the one I want to do. Okay. I was walking in Santa Monica the other day, and there's this woman who's walking her dog, and she's busy talking to someone. And I see the dog is eating a ball of hair, like a random ass, disgusting tumbleweed of hair that has accumulated on the street. And the dog is eating that shit. And I was like, so I'm just like, I didn't even think about it because I was just like, I felt bad for the dog. And I just said right to the owner, I said, excuse me. And she goes, and she looks at me like you're talking, like I'm Gen Z and I don't want to have real connection or communication. And I'm like, I'm like, sorry, Marshall, but and I'm like, excuse me, your dog's eating a ball of hair. And she's like, what? And she looks at her dog and she goes, oh God. And I'm like, ma'am, what are you, nuts? Like,
nuts.
Make sure your dog's not eating hair, ma'am.
Nuts. Unfortunately, I can relate to that clearly unwell woman. You walk in the streets of the city, all of a sudden I'm on my phone, I look down, Romeo's literally next to a needle. A needle.
Oh, God.
A needle just on the ground. Like some guy just did heroin, chucked his needle, threw it on the floor. It's right there where he pees.
It could have been Ozempic. You don't know.
I'm not going to lie to you, Josh. It looked like an Ozempic needle. It did.
Yeah, could have been.
The homeless people are on it too. Everybody. Everybody's on it. Everybody's doing it because it's cool. And on that note, folks, because it's cool to say goodbye sometimes. Folks, this was an unbelievable episode. 5 stars. If not, what are you, nuts? Mondays and Thursdays. Share our clips. Follow us on social. Follow us on social at The Good Guys on Instagram and on TikTok. Listen to us, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on Josh's YouTube. We need those YouTube numbers through the roof. Also, it's just better you get to see us. Josh literally ran around. He method acted during this episode. You needed to see it. You needed to see it.
There were bits.
You needed to see it to believe it. And we'll see you next time.
Bye. Love you.